Good afternoon, World Squash Organisation, and in particular Dr. Ahmed and Greg Middleton. If I can introduce myself, Richard O'Rourke, or more commonly known as Dick O'Rourke. I'm on the committee and treasurer of the Dixon Squash Club here in Canberra, and myself and the rest of the committee, we're trying very, very hard at the moment to maintain a status quo that we used to have pre-COVID, when our numbers were abundant and squash was at a reasonable high, not as good as it was back in the late 70s, but nevertheless, at one stage our club was ranked the third biggest club in Australia in terms of registered competition players. However, that's no longer the case. Well, I'm not sure where we stand these days, but we're certainly suffering here in Canberra, and I think Australia-wide we really seem to be. When I look at the videos and the photographs and all the blogs from the World Squash Organisation, I'm green with envy, because there in Europe you seem to be doing exceptionally well. And the rest of the world as well, apparently. But I think the problem is here in Australia is that we're so isolated, and we don't get to play against people, and the numbers aren't as high, obviously, as the squash players in places like Europe in particular. Anyway, we're working at it pretty hard. Having said that, I do run my own in-house comps, and that's totally free of the squash club itself, and they are very, very healthy, and they have been for a long, long time. Currently I'm running a in-house Tuesday night comp with 48 players in it, 12 teams with 4 players in each team, and that runs for 17 weeks. It'll end up in the end of July, and then I'll run some mini in-house comps, and they've always been well attended as well. But for some reason or another, our home and away competitions against other clubs is suffering badly, and we're working at it very, very hard to try and reinstate the status quo that used to be the case, as I said, pre-COVID. But yeah, look, as I said, I'm very, very, very green with envy whenever I get the WhatsApp messages from World Squash Organisation, and I often take snippets out of it and place them on our Squash Club Facebook page to show how well squash is doing elsewhere, considering how badly we're going at the moment. And when I say badly, we're still going okay, but nowhere near the numbers and enthusiasm that we used to generate pre-COVID. Anyway, thanks for listening to me, and if you've got any ideas that you might be able to pass on for us to gain momentum like you have for the rest of the world, I'd be gladly to accept them and pass them on at our next committee meeting. For the time being, thanks very much. Over and out.